Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Magic Arena Run. Today it's historic shakeup day, so actually there's a lot of cards that are banned. I'm gonna probably I'll go over them a little bit later. But this is the deck I'm going to be trying out. So how do we start with this one? Yeah, let's start with the one card that was added to this one. Maze's End. This one is our this one is yet another win condition for having 10 or more gates, and we pretty much have 11 gates here, so the 10 gates plus a single gateway plaza. So probably there might be a bit too many Mazes Ends here. We're actually running only 25 lands here. I feel more comfortable running this in the Yorion shell, but no companions for Shakeup, so we'll have to make do with that. Otherwise, it's pretty much early ramp, Arboreal Grazer, Growth Spiral. Tectonic Reformation acts as both a card draw and a way to cycle out some of our additional lands for draw. We'll be running to a few doubles and whatnot. Crucible of Worlds helps us play some of those lands back. Hopefully there's not too much in the way of graveyard stuff. There are a bunch of other utility lands, but I would have preferred to run them in an 80 card deck. I technically still can without Yorion, but it doesn't feel great. Otherwise, usual payoffs: 4 copies of Gates Ablaze, Gatebreaker Ram, only 3 copies of Guild Summit just for now, because you usually want 1. 2 is even better, but sometimes it's hard on the early game, so I would much rather draw into this later than worry about having it. Single Arcway Angel just in case, 4 copies of Gate Colossus, a few copies of Perforce's Intervention as extra removal. I have considered the possibility of running Nylea's Intervention instead, because that one allows us to tutor for individual cards, but we're running Circuitous Route already, and that's probably a lot better. That said, other alternatives would be more card draw would be nice. I can't, no Field of the Dead here because again, historic shakeup. But that's another thing I've considered for this deck. So we'll pretty much run this one as is. Our ramp is not so much because it's kind of more control-y, albeit just around gates and Perforce's Intervention. I could run Storm's Wrath instead. That's 4 mana. Hold on. I could run Storm's Wrath. It also deals with Planeswalkers, so that might be an added bonus. Yeah, we could actually do that. It's just that at this price point, 3 mana is already 4 damage, so if I only need to deal with 1, it's perfect. Also, both of these are sorcery speed, though we're not dealing with Nota this time. Another possibility would be to run cheaper one, Flame Sweep, in case we run into a lot of tokens. We'll find out if that happens to be the case. We'll make adjustments accordingly. But that's the deck. We're going to go into Historic Shakeup right about now. And as you can see, huge list of cards that are being shaken up. So, no Elspeth Conquers Death, Ancient of Treachery, no need to mention that. Fires of Invention, same thing. That one's, well, it's technically suspended. No Curious Obsession or Merfolk Trickster, so the Flash deck gets a little bit hurt. Still Brindborn Cutthroat, Cunning Bond, whatnot. No Thought Erasure, still have Agonizing Demise. No Grey Merchant. That seems to be the only black card that got hurt. Well, losing Lurus is also another thing. No Soul Warden, so a bit of a limiter on life gain decks. Llanowar Elves, so things are a bit slower. We can breathe a sigh of relief on that for now. Burning Tree Emissaries taking a break. Mox Amber's taking a break. All the good stuff's taking a break. Does that mean this deck would shine, or maybe not so? We'll see how it goes. Other decks I've considered are the let's see, Mono Black Zombies. With all the rares, that's another one I've considered. Sultai Self-Mill is also another one, though it's a bit stranger. Okay, so this one is horrible. Our only green source is a Gateway Plazas. We won't get anything out until turn 3. We could use the time to remove some stuff. But this is horrible. I'm gonna mulligan. Okay, this one is better. So turn 1, Guildgate Forest, Growth Spiral. I will bin I'm gonna end up cycling this, but I might want to cycle that anyway later. I'll keep the mazes end. I'll bin the mazes end. That might be a mistake. We'll see. Okay, we landed Gruul Guild Gate. Actually, we could land this first. It gives us Tide Taker, so yeah, we're not casting anything on that turn. So we'll play Dimir Guild Gate. We'll see what our opponent other create. If this is a tokens build, I want our opponent to, yeah, drop as many tokens as possible. Drill Bit isn't a concern because that will wipe out our only Gates Ablaze, and we'll have to play relatively fair. Opponent taking their time. There's an Unclaimed Territory naming human. There's a General's Enforcer. Probably want to wait one turn before we wipe. So I can play Gatebreaker Ram. It's probably just going to eat the Dire Tactics. So let's Growth Spiral. So next, just taking a little bit more damage. Kitesail Freebooter. Yeah, we lose the Gates Ablaze. That was the thing I was afraid of. I wasn't going to pull it anyway. Yeah, opponent pulls that. Probably more spot removal would be great too. So we're taking 4 damage. We can... Well, Pro Black doesn't do much here. I think our opponent's expecting a lot of zombies also, so that would explain why. So playing the Gatebreaker Ram. We couldn't cycle Tectonic Reformation. I can just play Growth Spiral. Yeah, we'll pass first. Opponent probably has a Dire Tactics, which is a big problem. We're probably gonna... Thankfully, our opponent's down to like that many cards. The fact that he didn't swing means he doesn't have much of anything else. Okay, he can tap. So I'm good. Okay, spells or abilities. Yuck. Okay, that explains it. So okay, we'll just play Growth Spiral now. We have a Guild Summit. I'm gonna play the other Gatebreaker Ram. Just force our opponent's hand here. He can tap down one. I don't think he can tap down both. He also can only... It'll take him a while before he can put the other counter down. Only caveat is... These are X equals 3s. I need an X equals 2. You know, all his stuff is gonna survive. So what do I need to hit? Another Gates Ablaze would be nice. Depends on what our next card is. Okay. Now this is bad in the sense that Gates Ablaze is no longer an option. Yeah. It also, yeah, cycling getting shut down by Tide Taker really hurts. Good news, they're all 1/1s. Bad news. So I might actually... I'm gonna lose this Gates Ablaze again. Yeah, Nightmare Shepherd is a very good one here. I might offer to just swing now. It has Vigilance anyway. It will pare down the board profit. It will pare down the board quite well. Basically, the plan is to nuke some of their tokens. Just minimize the damage that's being dealt to me. He could also just take the 6. It's only 6 damage. He's currently has a bigger advantage over me. But yeah, it's starting to look like I really want spot removal here. Definitely want it to be damage based. I could also just put Brazen Borrower. That's not on the cut list. It actually buys me quite a bit of time as well. So Opponent plays another Apostle. We got Circuitous Route, which can wait. Yeah, just auto-pay that one for now. Let's see what we get. Another Gatebreaker Ram is fine too. Opponent will tap one. So swing forward. Also, our opponent hasn't been spending time to add that third counter, so it's a bit of a benefit to us. Definitely want this one down now so that kind of start pressuring his board. The fact that these have Vigilance and Trample is great too. He will need to tap one of these guys down. Gate Colossus not quite gonna do it for us. I might want to drop Guild Summit is probably a good drop here. Guild Summit tap some lands, draw some cards, play a land, I guess. The caveat now is that our opponent... opponent conceded, so opponent did not have Dire Tactics. That was the one card I was expecting. It looks like he didn't draw into that removal. I'm actually questioning the Apostle Purifying Light. It's not like the Odyssey card that has cycling and cycling, so... Wait, Odyssey or Onslaught? Onslaught, sorry. So there you go. 1000 XP, fight us one. So let's keep trying this one. Again, I said I could use additional removal. That's what the Porphyrous's intervention is for. At 2 mana would have been enough to snipe that Kitesail freebooter. I would have been happy with that. Alternate plan would be to... Okay, so turn 1 Grazer. Turn 2 Cycle if we have to. I'm gonna keep this. It's iffy. Sparring Construct. This is the Artifact deck. Okay. So we're definitely playing Simic Guildgate. Gateway Plaza is great in the sense that it allows us to hit intervention next turn. Opponent hits Emery. We want to snipe this one ASAP. Opponent probably has ways to get it back. Okay, this is Celestia Guildgate. Let's just play Tech Ref for now. Opponent hasn't quite unloaded yet. Let's hope we're not too late. Opponent could tap, just drop an Ornithopter, sure. Plays a Ginger Brute. Plays a Venerated Loxodon. Ooh, nice. Now, here's the thing. We can actually snipe that Loxodon here, so let's do it now. Twice damage, so X equals 2. So we'll probably be taking 3 damage. We'll be taking more damage than that, I suppose. Opponent buys Ozolith. No profitable blocks here, so yeah, just take 7. Yeah, we gave our opponent enough time to play Tempered Steel, so we got Simic Guildgate. This has... Whenever a creature... Oh, the Venerated Loxodon gave those counters. That's nice. So, anytime we place a future creature... And the problem is... I'll be taking 7 since I have no way of hitting reach. I could snipe one now, just... Let's put some board presence first. Opponent plays Tempered Steel again. Okay, that's good game. I'm forced to block this one. And I don't have it... I only have 4 gates. Yeah, double Tempered Steel, very good. Night of Autumn is a possibility. Well, there's our third one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's... There you go. And he gets to tap Emery to recur it again. Yeah, that was very fast. Yeah, yeah, the all artifacts build is a problem. It does highlight why Perforce's intervention might not be enough. Enchantment hate, something to consider. Alternately, the other plan here is like right now I'm running all these 4 colors, though the 4 colors literally just for Arcway Angel. I could say lean this more towards white, so I could drop the Tech Ref, I could drop the Perforce's intervention. I can add cards like Banishing Light and Glass Casket. That's another play. We'll keep the Gates ablaze because that's our board wipe, but it also opens the way to run cards like Shatter the Sky. That's another plan. I guess we can do that plan. Well, I'll try one more round with this one then, just to see. But I don't mind Bant. We can't run Teferi in this particular one because of Shakeup reasons. Otherwise, that plus Wilderness Reclamation would be really nice. So on one hand, I will hit 3 mana. The other hand, 2 of them are colorless. Maybe I kind of want to cut one Maze's End. Okay, this is better. I want to keep the 3rd land, so I'm gonna actually cut one Gates Ablaze because we have a good sequence here. Turn 1. Then turn 2, Growth Spiral, Fabled Passage, Growth Spiral. At least we draw. Okay, Crucible's not bad too. It doesn't help us in our gate situation, but okay. You may put the land card, sure. So the nice thing about this one is I can just play Crucible for... Okay, so this is Aggro Knights. I want to wait a little bit here. So let's get our Soul Mountain. Gatebreaker Ram is gonna wait. We need more gates. But we can start tinning our deck, which is the good news here. So if we don't draw any more lands, at least we have something. Also, this is really horrible. It's just 1 damage all throughout. We need to hit more gates. Gatebreaker Ram can buy a little time. Block, I guess. Let's see if he has a pump. Fight this one. Sure. Let's get that out of the way because I would rather have that on offense than defense. So this ETB's tapped. This one just buys a little bit of time. So next turn I can actually use this, grab a land, play Fabled Passage, play the Maze's End again, or play a Fabled Passage to grab yet another land. So a bit of a complicated sequence here. So we're basically trying to buy time. Opponent plays Venerable Knight. Perfect. Yeah, it looks like Pro Black is the favorite color here. So whenever possible, encourage blocks because it looks like Fight as One is their... It looks like Fight as One is their flavor of pump, so I want to keep... Yes, I want them to keep casting that, so the moment I can cast this, we're gold. So another Gates Ablaze. Yeah, the deck's mocking me a bit. Now my concern is Unbreakable Formation. I don't have a real out to that. So I'm just waiting for our opponent to literally just unload their hand. Dauntless Bodyguard, so that protects one creature. Protects the Worthy Knight. I guess that's okay. The opponent's down to one card, so we'll take a bit of damage here. Okay. So let's Gates Ablaze. Let's Gates Ablaze first. Opponent probably sacks that, save the Worthy Knight. So wipe the board. The Knight's a little bit stronger, but it's not much of a board anymore. So Maze's End. Guild Summit. Auto pay. No lands to tap. Yeah, so I do. Originally the Crucible of Worlds was just for if I cycle. Okay, there's a circuitous route. That's perfect. So route and so let's get. Is it Simic? Draw 2 cards. Another Crucible. Don't need that. Gateway Plaza. We're not playing that. So I'm gonna play the Fabled Passage. Play the Gates Ablaze. And that's the last of our basics, so it did its job. Next turn, Gateway Plaza, then we can start. Okay, we got our third one. Opponent will. If our opponent sees that, he's gonna tilt. Yeah, just play the Gate Colossus. And end of turn, we just start. Maze's ending our way to victory. So, but we're gonna see which goes first. The Gate Colossus probably wins first, though. We got only what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we only got 4 gates. No, 5 gates. Okay, opponent exiles that. So we're on defense, which is fine because we wiped out most of our opponent's board. Yeah, now we play Tech Ref. Yeah, we'll cycle this end of turn. Fervent Champion. Okay. Probably should have cycled this. I could have cast something. Oh, Morris Guild Gate. Only got one of those. I think I have 2 of those. Okay, we went to our Gate Colossus. So Gate Colossus, Gatebreaker Ram, Boros Guild Gate, draw a card. Growth Spiral doesn't help with these. I probably just want to Perforce's Intervention now, just so I don't have to deal with it. Also, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could have actually killed him X equals 10, but he probably had the dire tactics. Oh yeah, confirm new solution. There you go. And yeah, we just had enough Gates Ablaze. I think, yeah, honestly, that was very scary. We need more board wipes. I'm willing to exchange, say, Perforce's Intervention for... But it's starting to look like the enchantment route might not be so bad after all. I'm starting to seriously consider it. I'll have to get back to that later. It's going to take a while because I'm already thinking of a lot of things. I mentioned the band, so we get Glass Casket. We get Baffling End, so that's also a good one. We get Constellation Triggers as well. I'm also considering Absent because we get Doom Foretold. We get Doom Foretold, we get Kaya's Wrath, so... Okay, so mazes, and we get to cast Gatekeeper Ram, and we also get to hit something early with Perforce's intervention. I honestly don't like this. I'll keep it, but I'm expecting to lose this one. Opponent's also in the Gates plan. He probably has a more streamlined build, or he probably kept a better draw than I did. What else would I say? What else can I say? Opponent goes Gateway Plaza. So that's the better opening. We do have our gates ablaze. So next turn we will drop the Guild Summit, or a Gatebreaker Ram just to Guild Summit. We could drop the Gatebreaker Ram to say bait out Gates Ablaze from our opponent. Yeah, we're getting multiple Gatebreaker Rams at this point, so yeah, I can't play Guild Summit anyway. Let's play the Gatebreaker Ram. Yeah, we missed. Opponent Growth Spirals. He whiffs on the land drop, so but he does have 3 gates, so Gates Ablaze will wipe my Gatebreaker Ram up. So I'm kind of hoping he drops it 1-1. If he drops his own Gatebreaker Ram, no, he drops a Guild Summit, good, and he probably has a land to boot. Yeah, I'm starting to. Yeah, we hit our Guild Gate, so that's the good news. I am not playing Gatebreaker Ram though, because a single Gates Ablaze will wipe both out. We have the mana, like, if our opponent plays their own Gatebreaker Ram, I can hit with Intervention. That's the plan. Yeah, see? Gates Ablaze. That was expected. And then Arboreal Grazers, because why not? Okay, so you have Guild Summits up. Yeah, I like that tap solution. Then, yeah, draw a card. Crucible, not quite what we need this time. Crucible for Blast Zone is a possibility here. It does help our answering ones, answering these kinds of permanents. Awfully slow, but it looks like our opponent's about to wreck us at this point. They're just missing the Maze's End part of the story. But I will also note that our opponent went for a duplicate Izzet Guild Gate, so he's not in the Maze's End plan. Or not yet anyway. He might have all of them in hand, so that's a problem. So we got 2 Guild Gates. We can't even kill these Grazers. There's a Breeding Pool. Okay, so this one's a bit greedy. So play another Guild Summit. Yeah, auto pay that. Tap this. Yeah, we're not casting any of these. Tap this one, draw a card. Draw 2 cards. So I actually want to discard Maze's End. Opponent plays Risen Reef. So unless he has something big, I'm just going to wipe the board right now. It is possible our opponent is playing mass gates into, say... Well, there's the Gate Colossus, but the other thing he could have is... Hydroid Crassus. That would be a very good reason to run Baffling End. Because that will deal with that. It won't deal with Gate Colossus, but if I go, say... If I go Bant or Absent, I will have access to... Oh, opponent could also be... It's actually weird. Another Risen Reef. He could have counters, in which case, I don't really care. We'll go for it. Okay, just to draw a card. That makes sense. We got Simic Guild Gate. I'm definitely going to play that first. is it? And Gates Ablaze. Let's go one at a time. We have 2 anyway. Okay, one did not. So we'll play Gatebreaker. Then, yeah. We'll leave it at that. This could just be Expansion Explosion. That's... I'm trying to think how any of this makes sense because... Our opponent is close to dropping their Maze's End. Yeah, and I originally ran Wilderness Reclamation in one version just to get multiple shots out of this. Good game. Does he have the Maze's End already? Oh! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He probably has the Expansion Explosion. That would make sense. Yeah, we had a very slow start at that. Gave our opponent way too much time. And letting our opponent go ham-fisted on us this way is not a great feeling. So... Actually, usually by the time you get to this third one, just name a number and you can go auto-solution. And you can let the computer auto-resolve the payment. 25, 26, 29, 30, 31. So X equals 27. Yeah, equals 25. Yeah, seriously, if you're gonna do this, just name the number, do the auto pay. Well, tap your mana first if you do that. So this one is okay, but it's starting to give me ideas on what I could do about it. Let's go one more run. So this one's the most basic, most standard one. Tech Ref is in the intervention is probably the weird one, but it's not often you run into control matchups like this. But yeah, it does make sense. Leaning more towards blue, it will give me access to Disdainful Stroke. It will give me access to counter spells. Neutralize would be great since I can cycle that. So definitely keeping this one. So Guildgate, Guildgate. Guildgate Tech Ref. Now whether I cycle or play, this depends. If I don't have a stack of extra lands, I'm probably just gonna... Okay, so this is Gruul without the Burning Tree Emissary. It's still gonna be potent. Opponent's going aggro. Kind of weird. This could just be Gallia of the Last Dance style deck, so lots of hasty creatures. We will get to Gates Ablaze this board. Can't block, so take 3. Okay, we hit our land. I'm gonna take the time, play this. So we get another Gruul Guildgate. So if our opponent drops a huge 4-drop, we're definitely wiping the board at that point. Frenzied Arix, that's fine. He's going for the haste plan, but we're definitely wiping the board at this point. 9 damage might be a bit much though. So yeah, play the land, draw the card. Another route, but we're wiping the board first. That said, the problem is our opponent has a lot of haste creatures, so we'll still be taking damage even with this one. There is an instant version of this, it's called Electro Dominance. We don't have that many instants and sorceries to buy back with it though. It's still reasonable, I guess. Other alternative to that would just be Slaying Fire? Sometimes we randomly could get triple red. Actually, Slaying Fire might not be such a bad play. It's there. Opponent plays Clan Guild Mage and Elitekin Druid. I'm gonna actually just play the circuitous route. Draw a bunch of lands. So okay, Fabled Passage. We got a green source, so we're just gonna play an island here. So it gives us options. We can cycle the Tech Ref, we can play the Growth Spiral. I can actually kill the Clan Guild Mage now. But I'm gonna pass on this. Because I wanna because I'm actually concerned. Okay, let's say our opponent taps this one, so that's just 4 damage out of an elemental. I really need to play these Gatebreaker ramps next turn. Rebel Belt Runner, okay, so taking 5 damage. I'll probably just play the Growth Spiral first. It's functionally the same. I'm curious what our opponent's holding back for, but how many cards? We're down to like 40. Yes, we're putting the Mazes End in the battlefield. You're gonna have to do the math very carefully on this one, though. Like, if I draw one of my basics, I can play that circuitous route, double Gatebreaker Ram. Nope, and is it Guild Gates? So I'll play that first. Let's draw a card. I'm still gonna play the double Ram. Guild Summit again. No, we'll pass. No, let's set up a defense first. Can't be blocked by creature tokens. So far, that's not the case here. Kind of want to snipes. Well, I'm actually okay with this one because converting one of his lands into a 4/4 helped us out a bit more. Let's see if our opponent actually has some sort of removal for this. Actually, there is. It would be very strange to see it, but it is plausible. There's the Clash of Titans. Can get both of these Gatebreaker Ramps to fight each other and put me in a very bad position. Burning Tree. Okay, looks like our opponent is playing straight Riot. It's an interesting concept, but yeah, if you were not going to attack, yeah, I'm just. This is okay. Oh, see, he did attack. Let's block the obvious ones. I'm blocking this one because I don't want him to be filtering any more cards. Green-red, not exactly well known for card draw. Colossus, so that's 6. Okay, so I'm down to 1. Still, so it's very scary unless I can wipe the. I might actually have to snipe that now. So we got our Tech Ref, got our Guild Summit. Hold on. I will auto pay with this. Do I want to tap 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4? Nope. Decline to tap. Let's grab one of our other guild gates. Draw 2 cards. Got Gates Ablaze if we need to. Yeah, we'll probably play that. Yeah, opponent sees the writing on the wall at this point. Probably the other cards there. Whew! Okay, that was close. We'll take that victory. And I really want to explore this more. I tried exploring this before. This was even way before the companion changes and whatnot. So I was dealing with cards like Winota. I was dealing with Agent of Treachery. So it was kind of discouraging to answer here. Now, if I go to regular historic, I'm going to encounter all of these cards again. Winota especially. So I still want to give the Gates deck a try, but I'm gonna have to. But it's not gonna survive in this current state. We'll probably need a lot more interaction. But we'll save that for another day. Anyway, that's it for this episode of the Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. Oh yeah, I forgot to point up the deck list here. Do check the description. Just look at the description. You'll get the deck list there instead. And as always, stay safe. Take care. Yes, these are trying times indeed, but it's a case of where, as long as we don't lose ourselves, we don't lose who we are, then we should come out stronger for this, and we should try, if not stronger, at least we should come out as better people. That said, thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great day, everyone.